What's up, everyone? This is Bill with BLRTUNING. Today I got a little video for you guys. This is from Razor Edge Design, so you can go check those guys out, razoredgedesign.net. These are the exhaust covers for the Kawasaki TERYX 5 and TERYX 4 H2. So this will fit all the H2 models. Some companies list them as 25, others list them as 26, but it'll fit all the H2 side-by-side models from Kawasaki. These are going to get riveted on, and we are happy to announce that we do now carry Razor Edge Designs products on our website. So you'll see these on our website, and then you would just put what color you want in the notes. You'll see in the description, product description, it says what colors are available. We do know that they are available in textured black, green, red, and silver. So you'll see those options on our website for the exhaust covers. We have some other products we'll be installing shortly as well. Obviously you can hear the wind out here. We're in the Pacific Northwest. It is windy and raining. So we're gonna make this install short and sweet, but we wanted to get them installed so we can show you guys what they look like. These are gonna get riveted on. So the easiest way to do this is gonna be to remove the rear fascia. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. It's some push pins and a couple bolts. It's pretty easy. Austin over at Razor Edge Design does a really good job in making sure that you have all the proper hardware. So you do get your rivets, and then you get these washers. These washers are the backing washers. So these will go behind the fascia, and your rivet goes through the washer, and so it's crimped between the rivet and the washer. Okay, and that makes it so that way the rivet isn't going to pull back through. We will have to drill out the factory covers that are on there, and we will be using a rivet gun here. As you can see, I will have a link in the description below where you can get this rivet gun. We do carry them. It's a really good rivet gun to use. Okay, so everything will be in the description below that you would want to purchase to do this type of install. Just remember, with any type of powder coating, these are powder coated. With any type of powder coating, heat from the exhaust, you know, if you have a different exhaust on the car that sticks out further or is blowing air directly behind this, it can change the color, and these can get dirty, so you will need to clean them. So let's head over to the car. Let's show you what we got to get off the car. Let's drill out the old rivets, and then let's get this installed. And I will show you guys what drill bit we're using and everything. Okay, so here we are at the side-by-side. We have it in the shop. And these are what I'm talking about. These are riveted on. Those covers are going to replace these. So we have to drill out these rivets. Okay. You can do it on the vehicle, but it would be easier to take this fascia off. This fascia is not hard to take off. It's two 10mm bolts. One here and one here. We'll have to pull the camera out. No big deal there. That's easy enough to do. And then you come up top. You have these push clips right here all the way around. We'll be using our plastic pry tool. We carry these on our website as well. You know, our website is blrtuning.co. So these are easy to remove. Get under the head of it, pop it up. The whole thing will pull out once it's popped up. Okay, easy enough. So let's get this fascia off of here. Let's remove that rear camera, and then we'll be able to drill these out and have it on the ground, easier to access the back. The main reason that you would need to remove it to do the install is because you have to get back here to hold those washers and put the rivet through when you put the new plate on. And it is kind of a chore to reach back there behind everything. You could do it, but it'll be easier to have this fascia off at the bench with us. Okay, so as we come here and pull the two bolts out on each side, just remember there is a little collar. It should stay on this plastic. It may fall out, so just keep an eye out for it. Okay. There's a little collar on each side that has together, and then obviously this is our wire. We cut all the zip ties. We'll have to rerun that, but we got to unplug it up top. It plugs in directly behind here into a factory OEM plug off the harness. So we'll unplug it there, remove everything, take it out to the bench. Okay, for our rivets, these are 3.15 millimeter, or they're very close to 1/8. So 1/8 drill bit. You're going to be drilling out the center of each one of these carefully. Take your time. And we want the rivet to come out.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. Yeah, you ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I.
That 1/8 drill bit, 3.15 millimeter, that'll work fine to drill out the factory rivets. As you see in a little video clip, the puppy in the video clip, that's our new puppy Recon. He's about 4 months old, so he's very curious as to what the heck I'm doing 24/7. Your new rivets. So we're gonna have to lay this up there, make sure it fits, make sure all the holes line up before you start, right? The riv gun. So figure out which one of these are just different heads. They're just sitting in there threaded. They go on here, okay? They've got to go down super tight or anything. Now, when the rivet nut and the riv gun is fully extended, you drop this guy in, okay? Now you're going to place it through here and make sure that it's going through a washer that's included on the back side. And then as you crimp this rivet gun, it's going to compress this and squish it up against that washer and pinch everything in between. And then it will snap off the tip. Then you expand this, the tip will fall out of here. Okay, and you'll dispose of that. And this is the whole tip section of the rivet. Pretty straightforward stuff. It's a pretty cool tool to use if you've never used one. Riveting something makes it look very professional versus using screws. But sometimes screws are necessary if it's something you got to take off over and over. This, we don't see this ever having to come off of the vehicle again. So riveting it on will be just fine. The only other way you could do it is nuts and bolts. But rivets are what's included. Rivets are what factory uses. So it's going to install just like factory. So we'll go grab the fascia, the rear fascia. We'll set one of these up there and get started on it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, something to note here is that there is a left and a right. They will only fit on one way. So you can't really mess this up. You try to fit them any other way, they just don't fit right. But you can see they are mirrored from each other. So that's how they'll sit down in there. We'll get them lined up. We'll get one rivet in. Then we'll make sure everything is lined up, and we'll do it the opposite corner. So we'll do a rivet here, a rivet here. Then we'll do one here, so on. Just moving a star-shaped pattern. Okay, so let me get them all buttoned down. Remember, this little washer has to be on the back side. Your rivet has to pass through that and then crimp everything in between in order for it to work correctly. Okay, installed. You see how clean it came out. Some really good powder coating job on these, because I thought for sure I scuffed it when I slipped with the riv gun, and it didn't even leave a scuff mark on it. Didn't even scratch that powder coat. So really good powder coat. Really happy with the quality. And the fit and finish, you can't get better than that. I mean, it fits, almost fits better than the OEM. The OEM looked kind of crooked on one side. So fit and finish, can't complain there. Show you what the backside looks like. Okay, so here's the backside. So you can see we have a washer on each one. The rivet gets flared out because there's a ball at the end of the rivet. Gets flared out and it bows the back of the riv collar out, and that's what grabs hold of the washer. So that's how it works. So it looks good. I'm happy with that. It isn't moving at all. Seems like it's on there pretty darn firm. Now we'll head out and reinstall this back on the vehicle, reinstall our rear facing camera, and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so here we are back at the H2. This is our 2026 H2, nicknamed Boogeyman. And we got our new exhaust covers installed. Now when you step back and look, you can see how the OEM, the whole muffler is shifted. The holes are cut perfectly. So I imagine any aftermarket exhaust that has a little better fitment, you're gonna look a lot better. But couldn't be happier. Really cool design, solid powder coating. They look amazing. They stand out big time when you're standing behind the vehicle. So couldn't be happier with the fit and finish of them. And again, huge thanks to Austin over at Razor Edge Design for allowing us to carry your products and getting these out to us. And these came quick too. We had these within a week of ordering them, so couldn't be happier. That's the install video for them. Hopefully this video helps somebody out. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave it in the comments or shoot us an email. Our website's BLRTUNING.co. And of course, you got RazorEdgeDesign.net. There'll be links in the description for everything shown in the video. Hope this helps someone out. Peace.